thumbs up. Whew. Lord,
Been a minute.
Lord, I guess that's wasn't that one of the updates that they probably did or something like that?
Some of that nature, but it's been a minute. I tell you that. Been a
Oh yeah,
long
long
minute.
minute since we've been on here, so
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're back again on video. This is our series of our debate windows. So, welcome to Double Take Sports Talk and our debate series. Of course, I'm Daryl, and Darren's on the opposite side. Say hello, Darren. What's going on?
Yeah. What's going on? Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for watching, taking a little bit of time off of your day to actually watch us while we debate sports. So, of course, as we mentioned on the audio podcast, we have been working on a different series of things that would help us improve our podcast in the video aspect and also in the audio aspect. So, those 2 weeks that we had off, we actually did sit down and discuss a couple of things that we wanted to do to actually help with improvement of our podcast. And of course, this is one of the ones that we actually sit down and get to debate different series of things. So, um, so hopefully that you get. I left my notebook down. Who cares? But hopefully that you guys enjoy this little series that we have going on YouTube. We'll probably be recording video probably once or twice out of the week. It just depends on scheduling and stuff like that and how it impacts us. But other than that, dear, how are you feeling? You ready to go?
Yep. I'm ready to go. I'm good. Feeling good.
All right. You're good. You're good. All right. I'm faring well and having myself a golly good old time.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So is Lucius.
Yeah. So
just he's just sniffing away, just sniffing away, and just.
see, that's the difference between Lucius and Pongo. He is up sniffing around. Pongo's over here by the door laying down with his ears perked up.
Well, now he's doing it. Lucius was just laying around, just sniffing the area he was at.
Ah, Pongo's laying down by the door.
Yeah, Lucius by the door too. So, yeah, they're just down there. So, good old watchdogs, I guess, there. So,
Yeah, sure.
all right. So, ready to start out this debate series?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Here we go. One of the things that came up with us and me and Darren when we talked about the debate series is, of course, what defines a player? Championships or stats? So, me and Darren is going to be actually sitting down taking a deeper look in what we believe actually defines a player. So, Darren, of course, normally I'm so used to this part. Normally it always starts with me, but this time it's going to start with Darren.
Yes.
So we're going to start with you. What defines a player? Stats or championships?
It took me a long while to
Oh,
figure
yeah,
this
I
out.
know, Darren. I know.
But after sitting down and looking up a couple words, I have to go with stats. And the reason why I say stats is because fame just practically just means the state of being known and talked about by many people, especially the accounts of notable achievements. Now, a lot of NBA players get elected into the Basketball Hall of Fame just by championships, not by championships, only by stats and their recognition and things that they have done. Mainly, sometimes I think even off the court. But you look at somebody like Michael Jordan, he's recognized by 6 championships. He's recognized by his career statistics. Reggie Miller is, known for uh, the Knicks rivalry, 25 fourth quarter points, 8.9, 8 seconds and 8.9 seconds. Uh, there's different things that defines him. John Stockton, career assist leader. Karl Malone, I think he's second on the all-time career list of points, right?
Not Karl Malone, no.
Not Karl Malone?
Not Karl Malone.
Where did he rank at? I thought
I
Karl
think,
Malone ranked second.
oh no. Karl Malone, I don't think so. You said in points, right?
Yeah, in points.
I think it's, hang on.
Why you look, it's those type of things that defines a player to me is statistics because it's the statistics that get you to the championship, even though it's a core team value to get there. But
You're
it's
right.
Carl Malone. I know,
You're right.
I
Yeah,
know, yeah,
you're right.
Carl Malone.
It's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar first, of course. Then
Right,
it's Carmelo. Yeah,
right,
you're right.
right.
I thought it was fourth.
No,
My mistake.
no. But yeah, these are things that defines a player. I don't even know if Karl Malone's in the Hall of Fame or not, but just like John Stockton and Reggie Miller, Michael Jordan, they all have their in particular reason why they are still being talked about today, being the GOAT, go to 3-point shooting, things like that. That's what to me defines a player. It defines a player to me uh in stats.
All right. So there you go. That I like that because I have to agree with you. And to back you up on what you said, Karl Malone is not a Hall of Famer yet.
Okay.
However, he is the NBA's 50th anniversary all-time team.
Right.
So yeah, I had to look that up. But yes, Darren, definitely agree with you. Um, I'm going with stats also. And the reason why I'm going with stats is because when you look at championships versus stats, what's the main thing that stands out when you're looking at stats and championships? It's achievements. They both have the same equal standpoint, but when you see stats, people's going to look at this and be like, oh, well, he did more of this. He ranked this here. He ranked this here. But then you're going to have that one main person that don't know the real definition of what stats can do to a player. They're always going to point out, oh, how many rings did he win? Rings to me do not actually define hard work.
Right.
Because you look at this, we've already seen some NBA players trying to take shortcuts. Some achieved, some hasn't. Prime example, Kevin Durant. He shortcut his way to a championship. Now, if he'd have stayed at OKC and won a title there, that would have been a real definition of stats and championships, just like how Michael Jordan was. He did it with all 6 of his championships with the same team. He worked hard to get up there. He built stats. Now, yes, Kevin Durant did the same thing. But when you shortcut to win that title, to me, that erases everything that you are really trying to accomplish, what you was really trying to win, because you was with a winning championship team.
Right.
But you decided to shortcut, and boom, all of a sudden, you are a champion, but you actually decided that, oh, well, they really don't need me. I don't need them, but I know that I'm the missing piece to win this championship. Okay. But what that makes you really look like? What does that make you look like? A fool. That's just me, in my personal opinion. It makes you look like a fool. Now, you look at people like, Damian Lillard, the biggest underrated player that has ever played this game. Believe it or not, he's underrated. He don't get enough recognition for what he has done with the Portland Trailblazers. Fans overlook him when it comes down to all-star selections. People have overlooked him when it came down to the playoffs. They've done everything. Everything. Okay? So, Damian Lillard, I'm just going to share this. I'm just going to share that when you see players like this that works hard and decides to take a shortcut, this how this stands out. Damian Lillard, of course, absolutely no rings, but he do have playoff experience. The man has averaged from his rookie year, 2012-2013 season, he has jumped 19 points per game, playing all 82 games. He didn't start out 82 games, but, well, I think he has. But jumped from 19 points per game all the way up until 2019-20 season, 28.9 points, almost 30 points per game. You know, you're taking yourself up to the next level, and you want other players around you to help win. And this is what we're missing in leadership form, especially on the floor. We're missing that. You know what I'm saying? And there was plenty of players that had ample opportunity to actually stand out. Paul George was a perfect opportunity. He blew that. When he went to OKC, he blew it. You know, he don't define what a player would if he won a championship. Kawhi Leonard has, but not Paul George. You know, but let me also share something else. This is also what for me is the reason why I mentioned stats. Mike Drop Sports on Instagram. He put out a post about Charlie Ward. This is phenomenal to me. This was phenomenal work. Mike Drop Sports from Charlie Ward. He said Charlie Ward is the only Heisman Trophy winner to play in the NBA. From 1990 to 1994, he started 50 out of the 91 games at point guard for Florida State, averaging 8.1 points per game, 4.4 assists per game, 2.2 steals per game. In 94, he won the Heisman after completing 69.5% of his passes, throwing for 3,032 yards and 27 touchdowns, with just 4 interceptions. He also ran for 339 yards and 4 touchdowns. He was drafted in the first round by the New York Knicks in 1994 and would play 9.5 seasons with New York, including being the starter in the NBA Finals in 1999.
That was also the same year. Excuse me. That was the same year that the Knicks were the first team to make the playoffs as an 8th seed, I believe, if I'm correct.
I think that's correct. I think that is correct. He averaged 6.5 points per game, 4.2 assists per game, and 1.3 steals per game in his Knicks career. He is also the last Knicks draft pick to sign a multi-year extension after his first contract expired. That, to me, defines a player in stats. No championships. All he got is a Heisman under his belt, and that is football. No NBA championship, none. That just shows that from a developing man from one team to grow, and he still actually stuck with this team. Made it to the playoffs, made it to the NBA Finals, and they still didn't win anything, but he really defined himself as a player when it came down to trying to help the team win. Instead of taking all these shortcuts,
right?
All this stuff that really just hurts, in my opinion, hurts the league. You know, no more the Magic Johnsons, no more the Larry Birds, you know, no more the Michael Jordans, no more Reggie Millers, no more Damian Lillards.
John Stockton.
No more John Stocktons. Even Karl Malone tried to take a shortcut after he done made 2 consecutive NBA Finals appearances with the Utah Jazz.
Mm-hmm.
And then shortcut tried to take it to the Lakers and win a championship. And that got blew up by the Detroit Pistons. 4-1.
Mm-hmm. And then Gary Payton went ahead and won a championship with the
Miami Heat.
Mm-hmm.
In 2006.
Mm-hmm.
During the 2005-2006 season. You know? Like I said, some of these people achieved that accomplishment, some don't. Reggie Miller became close when he actually started trying to work out, and he was going to probably sign with the Boston Celtics that year when they won a championship, but he couldn't handle it. He was pretty much out of shape, and he was just getting older. He just couldn't handle it. Now, what would have happened if that was that same position? You know, so it's just a lot of things that you have to think about. I know a lot of people have different opinions about what we're saying in the sense of oh no, I would rather look at a player for his championships. But at the end of the day, you get into the Hall of Fame, you've already defined yourself as a player, championship or not, which in a way could suck, and at the same time it wouldn't. Because the Hall of Fame, you're still going to get a ring. Hall of Fame, you're still going to get the recognition. You're going to get all these things that you really didn't get during the regular season or during your career. Right? If you're overrated, underrated, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just that standpoint that I look at. And I definitely agree with you when it comes to stats and defining the player.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, that's all I have for that one. You want to add anything else to that one?
I don't. Just pretty much, I definitely agree with your viewpoints. That makes a lot of sense. Because there's a lot of players that can naturally just sit on the bench and win a championship and not even contribute to anything. So yeah, stats determine everything.
Yep, stats determine everything. You even gotta look at the sixth man. You thought about it. You just maybe think about it. Sixth man coming out the bench. I think about Lou Williams all the time. I think about there was somebody else I thought about that always came off the bench. I can't remember who it was, but Lou Williams was my top guy.
He's going to be the one to go into the Hall of Fame without no question.
Oh yeah.
Rather if he wins the championship or not.
Yeah, rather if he wins the championship or not with the Clippers.
Yeah.
He's going. He really defines a man coming off the bench,
right,
and averaging and scoring dang near
starting
lineup points.
Right, people that start.
Yeah.
Well, players that start. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also kind of at the same time. It's like, either some of these players are struggling, or some of these players are just in foul trouble. But he delivers. He delivers rather if.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's that's a big one. So Lou Williams, we'll be thinking about him when he comes down to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So that wraps up our first actual video series of debates. I'm going to have another one for you. And don't let me forget, before we actually get out of here, we're also going to be doing, of course, in the mix of this debate series, we're also going to be doing stadium talk.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
Yes.
That's going to be so fun.
So here's the little breakdown before we get out of here. Stadium talk, we are going to me and Darren are actually going to talk about our time at the RCA Dome and the Lucas Oil Stadium behind the scenes of Colts games. And also different events that went on at the RCA Dome and the Lucas Oil Stadium.
Right.
So you don't want to miss that. You want to stay tuned for that. It's going to be fun. This is going to be one of our times that me and Darren actually sit down and open up about a lot of things that that we have probably never even talked about or not have even said to each other when it comes to behind the scenes. So this is going to be a fun one. So stay tuned for that. We will have that also. So, but other than that, anything else you want to add? Any more announcements or nothing like that?
Nope, not it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for taking the time to watch us in this series debates. What defines a player? Championship or stats? I am Daryl. Daryl's on the opposite side.
Yep.
All righty, ladies and gentlemen, catch up with us on another episode of those debate series. But until then, ciao.